Ambassador Gautam Bambawale, you've been India's ambassador to China and, of course, keeping a watch on what's happening over the past 1 month or so, ever since the Pulwama attack happened. And this UN proceedings last night in New York, where China has once again put a hold on Masood Azhar being listed as a designated terrorist, has come as a quite a disappointment to a lot of people. What is your quick first take on what has happened in New York?
My quick take is one, it is indeed disappointing that China has even this time put a hold on the listing of Masood Azhar. I personally, and I don't speak for the government as you know, I
Sure.
personally felt that there was a certain momentum which had built up this time round on the listing. The Pulwama attack, everything which happened after that, the action, reaction, etc. The important point, Nitin, is that almost every other country across the globe in the Security Council, in the United Nations, is supportive of this listing. So
True.
there is only one country, China, which is opposing it. And I'm surprised that given the momentum and given the pressure, that China still continues to adhere to this stand.
Right. But I mean, given that past, at least in on three occasions, they have done this, and they have not really budged, despite all kinds of pressure on both Pakistan and China. We nearly, I mean, realistically, we should have expected this. But what are the steps forward and going forward that India should take, or you would recommend as
Yeah.
somebody who's dealt with both Pakistan and China?
Yeah, sure. That's a very good question. I think, though we are disappointed, we should continue to work on China for getting the listing to move ahead. They can remove the hold at any point of time that they want. The
Right.
hold will be in place for the next few months, maybe 6 months, maybe up to 9 months. But
Right.
if China removes the hold at any point of time, the listing will go ahead. So during this period, I think although we are disappointed, we should continue to work with China to get them to see that terrorism across our borders from Pakistan is something which is not only bad for India, but it is bad for all countries across the globe, including China. I have
True.
been on record, Nitin, to have said that on this matter we need to be transactional with China.
I
And
remember that.
what I mean by that is there some kind of can we do something for them at the United Nations, support them in some particular election, and in return whether they will give this up, give up the hold on the Masood Azhar listing. That's what I mean. So I
You
think we need to be a bit transactional with China on this issue.
True. I think you also mentioned in that interview where you spoke about being transactional, you also mentioned the thing that we did with China on FATF, the way we
That's right.
worked with China to give them the chairmanship and get Pakistan on the grey list. So that's a very good step that you have suggested. But is it also, I mean, China, the Chinese nation state is not a very emotional or a very, I would say, a state which looks after or gets particular things about China. So is it good for us, India, to say that look, why are you getting equated with a terrorist organization? And is it not good for you to disassociate yourself? Will that track also work in a way?
I think that track has been tried. It has not worked completely. It is a good argument. It is a good case because China has its own position on terrorism, which is that China opposes terrorism in all its forms and manifestations. And if it does oppose terrorism in all its forms and manifestations, then it should oppose this kind of terror, which is located in Pakistan and aimed at India. But I believe that that argument by itself may not be enough. So we need to find something with which we can work with China on. I feel that China should also realize that this is, as you rightly said, the fourth time that they have applied this hold and have tried to block the listing of Masood Azhar at the UN Security Council under the 1267 sanctions.
Sure.
And I think China should realize also that there will be a diplomatic cost for them vis-a-vis India for having done this. And I think they should factor that in. I'm sure they have factored that in. I feel that we should maybe increase the cost for China opposing the listing of Masood Azhar. What that can be is something which only people in the government will know, because outside the government, we are not sure of what all options are on the table.
But could that, I mean, that's a very interesting thought, and I thought that China is increasingly under pressure from US on trade issues, and also slightly isolated on various other issues with other countries like India. So does India have a leverage on that count with China, that look, you also have trade with us, large volume of trade. Maybe can India use that as a leverage?
You're absolutely right that there are many points of leverage which are with us in India. We don't want to get into any kind of slanging match or any kind of competitive tit for tat with China on this matter. But I
Yeah.
think we have to send a very clear message to China. If they are not sensitive to areas of concern to India, then
Mhm.
how can they expect India to be sensitive to concerns to them? I think this message needs to go. And I'm not suggesting this, but one idea which is in my mind is, Nitin, that one of the sensitive areas for China these days is
Mhm.
the development of 5G technology by Chinese companies, along with companies from the rest of the world. So
Yes.
I think China should realize that we do have some cards in our hands, and
Right.
that if they're not sensitive to us, they should not expect us to be sensitive to them. I think this message needs to be driven home to them in a manner which is measured, which is unemotional, which is clinical. But I think China can be transactional, and we need to be transactional with them on this point.
That's a very valid point. But let me move away a bit from China and a couple of questions on Pakistan, because you were also our High Commissioner to Pakistan. What is it that Pakistan can really deliver if we keep telling Pakistan, and it hasn't delivered in the past that we know, but do we have any leverage with Pakistan apart from the usual points that we talk about, Indus Water Treaty? We keep talking about now FATF. What do you think we should do with Pakistan? What should be India's policy with Pakistan after this development?
I think what we want from Pakistan is for them to stop the terror which is supported, aided, abetted, financed from Pakistan soil, from Pakistan itself, and which is aimed at us, which is hurting us.
Right.
And in order to do this, we should use all the possible diplomatic means that are in our quiver. FATF is a very strong means, it's a very strong way of sending a message to Pakistan. And as we all know, they are not in compliance with many of the requirements of the FATF on money laundering, on supporting of and sponsoring and financing of terror. So we need to continue to put this pressure on Pakistan, not only through the FATF, but also through the other countries who are part of the FATF.
That's a great step. I'm sure that is being thought about. One final question: post Pulwama, post Balakot, if people in India expect that Pakistan will alter its behavior, do you think it's an unrealistic expectation, or do you think there will be some amendment, some I would say change in Pakistan's attitude?
Nitin, as you know, and we all know, we are all realists who live in this real world. What we have indicated to Pakistan is that the cost of undertaking this cross border terrorism is now increased. And it is not as simple and as low cost as it used to be in the past. It is also a message to Pakistan that not just the government of India, but the people of India have had it up to their necks with this cross border terrorism, and that the people of India are those who will support the government if it takes strong measures against Pakistan. I think the government of Pakistan and the people of Pakistan should understand this, and it is in their own interest to dial down and clamp down on the terrorism which is so prevalent in their country, and especially terror groups which are sponsored, aided, abetted, and financed by them.
And I think they should be made to realize by whatever means that ultimately they might be devoured by their own creation going forward.
Absolutely. When you play with fire, you can be sure that one day you will be burned by that same fire. So they should be aware of that. It has happened in the past, and I'm pretty confident that these same terrorists will strike Pakistan themselves in the future too.
So I think just to sum up in conclusion that despite this disappointment, I think India must continue with all its efforts to get Pakistan to dial down and to China to see reality is and to sort of create. Although we also know that listing Masood Azhar will be just a first step, really in practical terms. But we should continue to make this effort. Is what you would recommend, I guess.
Absolutely, you're right. That's what I mean.
Right. Thank you, Gautam. Thank you very much for your time and thank you for these thoughts. They are very useful for people to know what's happening with Pakistan and China. It's a great pleasure talking to you as always.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.